What is going on today, guys? Welcome back to another upload. It's Monday, it's cold, and it is rainy outside. But that's a good thing for us. Hell, wherever you work 6-7 days a week pouring concrete, days like today, you get to play catch up. So, good things for us. And we got tons of packages in, so things are cracking up for us, guys. But, so, as you guys know, we just finished painting the 05 here and got it looking damn good. Still needs a wet sand and buff. We got a couple runs in a couple places. You guys can, well, you probably sticks out to you up here. We got finished wet sanding the spot right here. Had a run there. You guys, there you go. You can see it at that angle. Had a run right there. We got to finish wet sanding that and buffing it out. But we're actually going to go across the whole truck in due time. So we got a whole bunch of tedious stuff to knock out. We actually, I didn't film it. We got the door cards put back on and put some new speakers in the doors. Nothing crazy. We just put this, I mean, it was plug and play. Screw the speakers in, wire them up, put the cards back on, no problem. But we just been doing little shit. Like whenever I bought the truck, this little cup holder, it was not here. So got that off Amazon. I'll link it in the description if you guys want that. And also our dome light covers. You guys can tell this right one's looking a little more fresh than that one. We went ahead and bought one of those because it hasn't been there since we bought the truck, so we got it together. So it's coming together in the interior. Still needs a good cleaning, but it is coming together. Our amps though are not working for some reason. I don't know why, but they're in protection mode. So we're gonna go through. I'm pretty sure it probably just has something to do with faulty wiring. I am not sure. But oh yeah, I got one of these dome light covers for the 03 as well, because I got a little punch happy with my finger the other night for whatever reason, and it broke the little clicker on it, so no more. But I got another one of those. I'll show you guys that here in a minute. But anyway, let me close these doors up. So we're tackling a whole bunch of little stuff on the 05, under the hood, underneath the truck, exterior of the truck, and just all kinds of stuff we got to button up. And hopefully around dinner time or so, I'll have some more parts coming in. We got a big slew of them back here. But anyway, I'll go back here. We're going to install a little bit of what we can in this video. We'll span it out for sure. So here's the dome light covers. Let me see. Get one out. There's your dome light cover. That's all I was talking about there. I think I broke this little tab on the one on the 03, and the one in here was just never there. But let me see. Well, that sucks. You guys got, I think that's most of the part number, MW30V, I think. You guys can figure that out. So that's a pretty cool little find. I think they was like $10 or something on Amazon. But we got a pretty damn cool new badge for the grill. That's missing, but we're missing our side badges. I did get some badging like what's on this truck, just a little bit different style. I should have ordered some more for this truck too, because these are starting to fade. They've seen better days. I'm going to put that on the list anyway, get them replaced. But I think the first thing that we are going to tackle is this intake horn from RDP. We still have the factory intake horn underneath the hood on the 05 here. So we're going to go ahead and replace it. They sent some boots and stuff like that, but I don't think I'm going to use that or their clamps, because I already got some pretty nice aftermarket clamps underneath the hood. But this is a pretty cool little get up. Let me set you guys down. I'm going to get it out. So we've got a 3.5-inch intake horn from our guys at RDP. This is a fairly reasonably priced find. I think you can find it for about $100 all day, maybe even under. But it's not cheaply made. It seems to be well designed, and it seems to be well put together. The TIG welds, they seem fine. That's usually my main concern with aluminum and TIG welds, is cracking at high boost. But it's pressure tested, so I'll put it to the test. Put it to the test from there. If it fails down the line, I'm a man of my word. I'll definitely share it with you guys, because I don't want to push a shitty product. But as of right now, I will leave a link in the description. You guys will see how it performs on down the line. I cannot talk this morning. So they send a coupler and some clamps and stuff like that. But we've already got some vibrant couplers underneath the hood. So we will probably not be using those, so I'll just set those aside. You guys know the deal. going in the junk pile. Or junk pile, nothing's junk around here. So that's the first thing we're gonna do is install this bad boy because it's on the other side of the engine bay from everything else that we're gonna be doing. You're gonna need a long extension, a 10 millimeter for your heater grid bolts, and then you're gonna need 11 millimeter for your clamp that holds on your coupler, and I believe it's a 10 millimeter on your dipstick tube. And of course, if you got your boost gauge hooked up or anything like that, I believe it's 10 millimeter, or just get a damn crescent wrench, get that bad boy off, and that is it. You're gonna wanna make sure if you got a lot of miles or you're replacing a factory intake horn that's never been off, make sure and get a gasket. You're gonna need your upper and lower gasket above your heater grid, or even if you're deleting your heater grid, you're still gonna need your gasket for your heater grid delete. Because those things like to go to shit. Once you replace them, the aftermarket ones, they usually hold up pretty good. That's why I don't have one. I plan on mine being in good shape. Let's hope so. So definitely make sure you get that. I'll leave some links in the description. I had the Sinister Diesel heater grid delete. Oh my god. Sinister Diesel heater grid delete. I cannot talk. You guys can tell it's early. I'll leave a link in the description, but XDP, they have a good one as well. Several different companies, they all have them. But simple install. I'm gonna go ahead and set you guys up and get underneath the hood, and let's knock this out and move on to the next thing. Before I pop this thing off, just want to show you guys, here's your 10 millimeters. You got one here, and you've got two on the back side, down there, and right through here. You got one straight down there, another 10 millimeter. That's why you need your long extension. But then, come on, focus. Then you got your 10 millimeter holding on your dipstick tube right here. And for your factory location, you do have a 10 millimeter holding on, some wiring back here. And then, of course, if you got a boost gauge, you're going to want to disconnect it from the back of your intake horn or wherever you've got it drilled and tapped at. And then here's your 11 millimeter down here, and that's all you got. After several years of taking this ugly stock intake horn off, I'm glad to be replacing it finally, and definitely with something that's gonna have some great improvements. Just look through here, you guys can see, look at that restriction. Or for whatever reason, really, they cut it off right there. There's all kinds of restriction. There's, oh, good lord, look at all that, look at all that. Oh. That is some airflow, baby. So we're gonna get to throwing this bad boy on. We are not gonna have to yank off our old port here for our boost gauge. They have got plenty of ports back here. I'm just gonna grab some more Teflon tape out of the toolbox over here, and we're gonna throw this new one on. So nothing really swip swapping. It's just remove and replace. Hell yeah, let's do it. Okay, so we got the intake horn installed, guys. Went pretty damn smooth, per usual. We did end up having to use their coupler. I'm gonna definitely hit up Vibrant, see if we can get some 3.5-inch couplers. So I'm not a fan of using these cheap Johnnies here, just because they like to blow whenever you get into high boost and everything. And it's pretty short. There's not much grab to them. I mean, it's a real small coupler. But not a big deal, not the end of the world. And the blue, I'm not doing this on purpose with the blue Senator diesel and all that. Not a fan. We're going to be doing some color changing everywhere on the truck. You guys probably got the main idea on that, but we're going to go all one color. Drop some comments in the comment section below of some good colors that would go with this gunmetal metallic. So, like I say, everything went fine. Our gasket was in good shape. So we didn't have to get a new one. We just reused the one we had. Oil dipstick relocation, everything looks good there. It could be a little cleaner, but definitely fine rather than having it dangling around. We do have to find something to do with our wires down here. It's getting a little ugly with the wiring. But the little threaded adapters on the back definitely came in handy. Just make sure you got some Teflon tape to throw on your little boost tube here. But we're gonna go back here to our parts. I think real quick, go ahead and pull this bad boy down. I think we're gonna go ahead and throw our badge on real fast. Okay, so we're kind of going with the blacked out theme on this truck. So we found a pretty cool badge, just an all black Cummins badge. I like it a lot. Fits in there just perfect. Comes with 3M already on the back. If you guys like it, you're definitely not gonna see that part number. But I'll leave a link in the description. All the parts that I install in these videos, there will be a link in the description. Definitely go check them out. Tell them that Woods Way sent you. So you guys don't mind my belly gut. Just gonna clean that up a little bit. It's the little things for sure, guys. All those little touches like that, definitely just adds to the look of the truck. So everything's stuck on there good. We're gonna jump back underneath the hood. That's a nice touch. That 3.5 inch too. That thing is a monster underneath there. We're gonna come back here to our little parts pile and see what we can get into next. So this next thing, it's something I've been wanting to piddle with for a while, and I'm not exactly sure how it's gonna go because the tank I got, not really the same size. But our coolant reservoir here, it's ugly, especially since we did the single battery conversion. We're just adding more and more to the hood, or to underneath the hood, and that's an eyesore. We could clean it up and everything and bring it back to white, but I think we got a pretty cool little solution. Like I say, this is all trial and error. Who knows if I'll get it done today, but definitely gonna introduce you guys to the idea anyway. Like I say, this is a daily, but just to clean up underneath, daily, but just to clean up underneath the hood, we got this little coolant reservoir can here, whatever you want to call it. I believe it is a liter. I think, I don't know for sure, but it's just going to be clean, and especially with that new intake horn that's chrome underneath the hood, and once we get some other stuff painted, I am killing it with the fingerprints today. I know it's making you guys cringe. Ooh. So it comes with a nice sight glass you can put on the side. This is just an Amazon find because I didn't want to go out spending a whole lot of money. I think XDP, they sell a full size one and all that stuff. Hell, they're $400 or $500. So I'm gonna see if I can't figure something out on my own. And if this works out good, I believe I might try to manufacture something myself that I can offer as like a daily driver application just to clean up underneath the hood. Definitely, I'm definitely gonna be keeping that in the queue. But we're just gonna start on this install. Disassembly more or less, just to kind of get our bearings and see where we're gonna be, what all we're gonna need that we don't already have. We're gonna have to yank the fender liner, and then I believe this tank is just held on by 10mm bolts. And then you got your hoses and stuff like that tucked up underneath here. It's just this hose right here running up underneath your reservoir tank, and you guys can see your max and your minimum level right there. So I don't know where we're gonna put it at yet, but we're just gonna dive into it, start taking some shit off, and see what we can find. The coolant reservoir was super easy to snatch off. It was just held on by 3 little 8mm bolts. There's one tucked up back here. There's one on the side here. Let me see. Yeah, right there. And then you got one down there at the bottom as well. boom, boom, one up here. And then you just got to disconnect your little hose here. None will really run out, but just to catch that little bit of drippage, get you a bottle, put it on there. That's my Smart People water. So what we're gonna do now, we're just gonna go grab our new reservoir after we drain this one out. It obviously has some coolant in it. I'm gonna drain it out, set it aside, not toss it just in case we have to resort back to it to get down the road, just in case our other one doesn't really work. But we're gonna play with this other one for a little bit and see what we can come up with. Before I move on to mounting up our new coolant reservoir, just wanted to show you guys all the fittings they supplied, I believe, is going to be plenty. You're just going to want to make sure you got some Teflon tape to try to secure some leaks. I don't really know. We'll see how it's going to hold up for now. But all the welds and everything, I mean, they're looking pretty spicy on this unit for sure. But you guys can see how the little sight glass is set up over here. It's just got a little lock tube. You got to cut it to length. I don't know where the tube went flying, but we cut about 1 inch off of it. And they supply you with these barred fittings. You can also, you go to the website and you can order some more from them if need be, or go to the hardware store. But this little Allen key plug was down at the bottom here. We just moved it up here to this port. And this is going to be our breather, and this is going to be the overflow tube that comes from the radiator itself. So, I mean, that's good. We went ahead and put Teflon tape on both of these, and on this one, and on this bottom one here. These fittings here came with Teflon already on them, so we're not too worried about them bad boys. So what we're going to do now, we're just going to go into the engine bay over here and just kind of play. We can always move it around if we need to. There's nowhere specifically it needs to be. But honest to goodness, I think it would be pretty damn cool to have it mounted right up here, right next to the radiator. I feel like it only makes sense. So we can leave room for stuff back there. So we got this thing installed and it looks freaking awesome in here. Everything, all the fittings lined up perfectly. We ended up using the original mounting spot for the factory reservoir. Actually, one of the original mounting points just to get it started, then we drilled out the other 3 as you guys saw. So it's mounted up 4 different places. But as you can see, we got our hose ran from our radiator, our overflow hose. Ran to the bottom down here, and we got to run and get some more hose or another fitting or something like that for our vent up top, just because I don't want it running straight out the side. So we're gonna get some more hose and route it somewhere else, or just get the 90 like I was saying, so it's like the factory setup where it's at least pointing straight down and doesn't look all goofy. So we're just gonna throw the fender liner back in, and I think we're gonna run to the hardware store actually, kind of look for that stuff, and then run on back to the house, eat some lunch, and hopefully we'll have some more packages roll in. So I can do a little bit more in this video, or at least start a new video. I guess that's how I was going through my parts, and I want these videos to be a little bit uniform at least. I know we got a whole bunch of random shit to do, but I'm going to do a few things a video, and I kind of want everything to coincide. Like we're going to finish up everything in the engine bay in this video, pretty much, and then we got to go underneath the truck. In the back, underneath the truck in the front, and then we got some exhaust stuff. We got a little bit of everything, but just want all the videos to coincide with each other. So I'm just gonna quick throw the fender liner back in, and I think we're just gonna go ahead and run to the hardware store real fast. So we're just getting back to the shop. We actually made it to the house just in time to eat lunch with Ashton. She just switched offices that she was working at. She's in the medical field, but she's actually working in town now, so she gets to come home for lunch. So that's pretty cool. I was off today, and I was able to get lunch with her. But actually had some old fuel line. Since it's just going to be a vent tube, this fuel line I think is actually the same size. I'm just going to cut off this end. For whatever reason, I stuck this barb fitting in there, and there's no coming out. I don't need it. I don't even remember what it was for. But I got plenty of length. I probably got 4 foot right there anyway. So I can route it if I want to, or just snub it off and just run it wherever I want to. I got plenty of room to do whatever I want with it. So I'm just gonna bring that hose over here, kind of route it around and decide what I want to do. So let's hurry up and do that so we can wrap this video up. And I'm actually gonna start filming the next video tonight. We got everything tidied up. Looks amazing. We ended up just routing the vent tube right up underneath here, coming behind the fender here. It's actually routed kind of pointing down right in this region, just so if there is any overflow, it's shooting down to the ground and not spewing all in the engine bay. But all in all, very, very pleased with the install. We're actually not going to start the truck this video, but we plan on starting the next video pretty damn soon. I'll start it in that video, so you guys definitely stay tuned, go check it out, and we'll see how this thing functions, make sure everything works properly. Intake horn, very pleased with it. While we was on lunch, we actually sourced some new couplers, some longer couplers. You guys can see that thing is just short as can be, and I'm not pleased with the placement and everything. Everything just looks a little cockeyed with it. That's my only complaint. Could be manufacturer issue, but a longer coupler I think will solve that issue completely. So we went ahead and got those on the way. We actually went ahead and we're replacing them all the way around over here. Front intercooler boots on both sides, and that bad boy right there. We're gonna go ahead and replace them all the way across the board. And one last thing, I'm not gonna blab on too much. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video off so that these aren't 30-40 minute videos. I know that wears you guys out, but I think we have pinned down a powder coating guy. There's not very many around here, and just like, well, like me, I'm not gonna say jack of all trades, because I'm pretty damn good at all the trades that I do. I'm not trying to toot my own horn or none of that stuff, but I take a lot of pride in everything that I do. I won't say I know a trade until I'm really damn good at it. So there's not a whole lot of powder coating guys around here, just like with me painting, concrete, fabricating, anything in that region. There's just not a lot of them around. I don't want to teach myself to powder coat. That's just a whole nother can of worms, so we're not even going to get into that, but I think I located a guy. But we'll get into that, I think, probably in the next video, so stay tuned for that. But I'm excited about it, man, because I want to get a cool color going on this thing. And but before we do that, I'm gonna quit blabbing. Before we do that, we want to get this thing pretty well all put together, up to snuff to where we want it, have some fun with it, then strip it all back down, probably this winter, because winter's coming up. Get everything to powder coat, tell him take his time, do it as you please, and then we can start piddling on this and on the all hell JKU, and everything's honky-dory. You guys know the deal. That sounded good anyway. So we've got some more parts on the way. Nothing came in during lunch, but some stuff is supposed to be coming, I think around 4 or 5 o'clock, something like that. It's around 2 right now. But we do have some stuff in the bed of the truck that we can go ahead and start messing with. Go ahead and start messing around with on the next video. Almost forgot. I'm not exactly sure. Make sure none of my information's on here. I'm not exactly sure which way you want to go with this company name. HBD, HW Bond, something. I don't know. But there's your part number. If you guys want to get it, just universal 1 liter. That's what I thought. 1 liter coolant overflow tank. It says silver, but it is chrome, and it looks pretty damn cool. So there's a part number if you guys want to get it. Fairly cheap. I don't remember exactly, but I think it wasn't but like 50 bucks. So that is going to effectively end today's upload. We're going to be rolling into the next upload, and we got all kinds of content coming this week. I'm not even going to get into that. But we are damn close to that 500 subscriber mark. And the next couple of videos, I'm going to be announcing something big that you guys aren't going to want to miss, and it's going to be the start of something awesome, hopefully awesome for this channel anyway, because I love doing this, and I love giving back to you guys, or I want to start giving back to you guys anyway, I should say, because each subscriber that I gain, like every single night, that's what I tell Ashton, I get an email from my subscriber, I get it on the YouTube app, and I get it on my YouTube, I get notifications all the way across the board, and it tickles me shitless every single time. So I appreciate the love, guys, definitely. But at 500 subscribers, we have got something big to announce to you guys. Ashton's excited about it too. I think whenever we get to that mark, we'll have a video all dedicated to her and let her make the big announcement anyway. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Drop some comments in the comment section below if you are loving the trucks, especially the 05, how it's turning out, because man, every little thing that we do to it, and it's only going to get better. I think off camera a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and finish up a little bit of wet sanding and buffing, and we're gonna save the full truck wet sand and buff. I just want wet sand and buff that runs out, but whenever we do the whole truck, I'll make sure and film that. Bring you guys along the journey on that. So don't forget to go check me out on Instagram at woodsway_auto. And Ashton's not here, but go check her out at allhell_JKU, just to see her pretty face a little bit more, because I know you guys love her and get tired of seeing old Billy here. So we'll see you guys here in a little bit.